play a game. Pretend you are going against another student from another school. Your goal is to obtain more coins than your opponent. If you and your opponent both put 1 coin into the gray box, you both will receive 2 coins. If you put in a coin and your opponent decides to not put in any, they will gain 2 coins plus 1 for cheating, and vice versa. And finally, if you both decide to not put in any coin, no one will gain or lose anything. Now that you know the rules, pretend you are going against an opponent in the game. Raise your hand if you cooperate so you both get 2 coins. Wow, there's not a lot of egotistical people in this room, huh? Well, personally, I cheated in this game just to reach the highest score. Since this is just a computer game, no one will receive any harmful consequences for cheating. Now, imagine yourself in this picture. Would you still cheat out your opponents for a bloodier battle, or would you cooperate to survive a more live and let live war? Today, this is the Christmas Truce of 1914, which was an event during World War I, where French and British soldiers had mutually agreed for a day of peace among German soldiers. How is it possible for soldiers in a war to stop fighting for a day, but people in modern-day society cannot trust one another to maintain a relationship? Today, I wanted to discuss how trust has evolved over time throughout society and what has caused it to bend and break. Through 2 educational games created by game designer Nicky Case, the evolution of trust and the wisdom and/or madness of crowds will be used as parables to describe how everyday actions affect society's trust in one another. Through destroying disinformation creates the formation of strong, trustworthy relationships, resulting in reliable trust in one another. If humanity were to break this cycle of lying and distrust, people need to learn to stop the spread of madness that misinformation ensues through trustworthy relationships. I've learned that being lazy leads to lying. When I was younger, I would idly do my chores or even push them aside so I can play on electronic devices. I slowly began to form this web of lies I could no longer string together anymore, breaking the trust I had with my parents like ice. The more misinformation throughout the internet or among communities, the more distrust people will pin against one another. Yellow journalism became a coined phrase in 1898 where Joseph Pulitzer and William Randolph Hearst both used exaggeration over facts in their newspapers regarding the Spanish-American War. Now in the present, the regulation of fabricated, misleading, or even excessively exaggerated information given to society perceives the wrong idea as to what is truly real or false. According to a conducted survey by the Pew Research Center, 71% of Americans believe that interpersonal confidence has decreased over the past few decades. In addition, around half the population believe that society is not as trustworthy or reliable as before. The low percentages present there's still not enough recognition regarding the existence of distrust throughout society. Did we just so happen to trust one another so easily, or did we distrust one another too quickly? Either way, the trust cycle has been broken for years, and the amount of ways to refute this problem are limited. Everyone can picture the stereotypical scene from a movie. The protagonist is a new student. They walk the halls while others gossip about them. By the end of the week, the protagonist now has rumors spreading around about them. This can be applied to more than just students at school, but to people all throughout society. I now want to utilize Nicky Case's second educational game, the wisdom and/or madness of crowds, to help solve this problem. This may sound, by creating strong, trustworthy relationships, people can spread more wisdom rather than madness throughout society. This may sound contradicting, for if distrust breaks connections, how can connections create trust? Well, even 3 separate friend groups can influence each other's goals, decisions, and beliefs just by having mutual friends. This can be labeled as a contagion, and no, it does not mean you are getting infected. Since goodness and truth can spread around with the same exact impact as a rumor, people can spread more accurate information globally throughout all societies. John Locke, the famous philosopher regarding the goodness of humanity, once quoted, "We are like chameleons. We take on the tone and the color of our moral character from those around us." Just like the Christmas Truce soldiers, we all can come together in harmony to create a strong, trustworthy relationship. Misinformation cannot pass through if we put our differences aside and just listen to one another. Nicky Case concluded in both of his games saying, "We are the weavers of each other's environment." Acknowledging and accepting society's tendency to just lie and distrust one another can demolish the century-old battle we created upon ourselves. Let's all weave new webs of connections that can keep us together and not separate us anymore. Learn how to live and let live like the Christmas Truce soldiers. To trust or to shun this takeaway is not my responsibility. It's now up to you to make your first move. Thank you.